goodness, I've never done this before. This is so much fun and so much pressure. Hello. Okay, I have a question for all of yous. Because I've never done. Hi. Hello. Oh my goodness, there's so many people. Hi. Jammy tarts. Thank you so much. All right, so today I am going to be making ice cream with a pretty professional ice cream maker. And I'm going to add her any second. I'm just giving everybody a chance. Oh my God, there's 8,000 people. Oh my goodness. Okay, there is a chance. People are already there. Okay, here we go. Oh, how do I add people, guys? Oh, I did it.
And that we're actually going to bring the milk and cream to. Did you put the cream cheese in?
Did you tell me to?
No. It's okay. It's okay. I think it'll still be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
I just put a spoonful in.
Just do it. Yeah, no, it's going to be all right. I've never done that before. We're just going to see. It'll be fine. It's good. Yeah, save that rest of it for later. That's all right. Just stir it together, like almost like if you can whisk it and make sure that it's
okay,
not lumpy. You can always what we're doing. Okay, so here's the other thing.
great.
Maple syrup is a little bit acidic, speaking of acid. So it might separate a little bit, but that's okay. It'll come back together in your ice cream machine.
Oh, great.
Oh, did you put the actual cream in?
No.
Milk and cream.
Wait, no, it's still good. We're still good. We're still good.
It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. Thank you. Somebody,
thank you for saying.
a few people noticed that. That's great.
I don't think we measured out the cream. I think that's why I
Oh,
thought
okay.
Unless I'm
Well, let's see. It's 1.5 cups. We didn't measure it out, did we? That's why we do it. Okay. 1.5 cups.
That's all right.
Yeah, this is still gonna work. There's a part in that where like she gets to eat ice cream for the first time. And it's like a 1 second part. And it's kind of, I think it sort of gets the ice cream emotion.
Okay, she's smelling amazing, even if I do cream cheese.
Awesome.
Great. Okay.
And this is the part of my recipe that makes it so you don't need egg yolks. A lot of ice cream, uses egg yolks.
Yeah.
So we're gonna actually make milk proteins act like egg yolks, like one of the ingredients in egg yolks. So we're gonna actually it's called denaturing, but we're gonna do it through heat, and then it's gonna enable the proteins to come together. Boil, and you're going to boil it for 4 minutes. Once it starts to bubble, we're going to set a timer for 4 minutes. And I tested this with 3 minutes and 5 minutes and everywhere in between, and 4 minutes exactly gives the best results. Amazing. So this is what's going to give smoothness and body to the ice cream.
Okay, fantastic.
Boiling yet? Not yet? Probably not yet.
I can turn it up, but I think
medium high is good.
Yeah, medium high. She's medium high.
Great. And the ginger is going to go. Somebody said ginger is going to go in. So here's some points or whatever, some tips. If you're making right now, if we were making cinnamon ice cream or or even vanilla. You can put it in during this step where it's boiling because it needs that heat to really open up. Something like ginger or coffee I will put in as it's cool, like when it comes off the heat. So it's still going to be hot, and let it steep pretty much as long as you want. You know, coffee event, I mean, you really only want to go like 10 minutes of coffee because it gets really bitter. But something like ginger, you could go longer than that. If you're doing something like peppermint or sweet basil or something from your garden that's like green and like delicate, you want to put that in actually when it's cold. And so you just put it in there and like let it steep for like overnight or half an hour or whatever. So that way you can, you know, ice cream is all about scent, actually. So what you're kind of doing is the scent of ginger is going to connect with the butterfat, which melts perfectly at body temperature. And so when it melts, as you lick it off the cone or whatever, it volatilizes into your head. And so that ginger is going to get, that scent of ginger is going to get locked into the butterfat. I'm actually really glad that you're doing something with ginger, because it's the only ingredient that I'm allergic to. It's the only thing in the world. So I have to smell it. Okay, is it boiling?
Yeah, she's boiling.
Okay, we got to set a timer.
Okay.
I don't want to go off my thing. Somebody set a timer for 4 minutes. 4 minutes exactly.
I will look at this clock, and this clock
Okay.
says, yeah, okay, for 4 minutes. Great.
I mean, because it's weird the way that like you can let that roll like that,
And it won't do.
And like leave it there, and it isn't going to stick or burn or whatever. Let me see how it's boiling. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, great. Yeah.
I nearly got blinded.
I love the color that the maple makes.
When would I put that in?
I would put that in when it's coming out of the ice cream machine. So I would cut it into little tiny pieces, well, as big as you want, really. I would go with candied ginger. I'd go pretty small, because because they're gonna be frozen, and you want them to be like easy to warm in your mouth. So I go pretty small, and then mix them. Throw everything in there. Throw it all in. This is, I mean, this is just autumn in a bite. I mean, literally, it's just like everything.
These are the only things that I genuinely cannot stop eating.
That is awesome. Do you like all the time, or just because you bought them today? Or you
No,
always get them?
If I ever buy like 10 to 15 cheeses in my fridge.
Oh my gosh, me too. I'm such a dairy person.
Love cheese. And so I always get these. Oh, she's getting quite high. Is that okay?
Okay, you can turn it down so it's not boiling over.
Yeah, she rose.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want that.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever seen like the little crackers, like the Maria crackers, or they look like crackers, but they're cookies, or what I would think of as cookies, maybe like biscuits or something. But they're not like chocolate chip cookies. They look like crackers, and they're just very simple cookies. They're very slightly sweet biscuits. So you can get those, and it looks really fun. And make some chocolate sauce, or just get some pecans and some strawberries and candies, or wherever your theme is, and then throw the ice cream on there at the last minute. And you can use like cheese knives and put it on spread it like cheese on a
like that
cookie, like the little simple cookie, and then put a little sauce and whatever, or a pecan, and then eat it. It's really fun.
The problem is it's just so satisfying, the texture crunch. All right, I'm stopping.
Or is it separating a little bit or balling up a little bit? It's really, okay, that's great. if it does, if you guys make this at home, it's okay. It'll come back together. That's just the protein kind of coming apart a little bit, but it'll go back together.
Considering I've made 2 mistakes, she still looks good.
Yeah. Okay. So that was the. All right. It's going to be just fine.
Sorry.
Gonna be all right. It's gonna be delicious.
Too bad.
Oh, somebody said time is done.
Oh, great. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Do I just turn it off?
Yep. So
Great.
yeah, you know, I mean, if you go too far over, it ends up tasting almost like dulce de leche, or, you know, it ends up feeling that you
Like their special dessert was a crepe with an ice cream scoop of dulce de leche.
Mm.
And then that was it. And you'd bite into it as a kid and be like, oh my God, this is amazing. I'm going to eat the whole thing. It's the only dessert that as a kid I could not finish because it was just so rich.
yeah, so sweet. And as a vanilla and win a contest next to a natural vanilla. Like it's real, like pretty close. You can't tell the difference, or like it's very close, or even be sometimes preferred. But caramelization, you can't synthesize. And it's just such like when it's, I don't know, that's what you're eating on the pecans. You know what I mean? It's like there's such an emotional, beautiful flavor.
That was my love. A tablespoon.
I forgot. I actually brought ice cream so I can eat some too.
Oh, yay.
We have a new flavor with
In there, right?
what's that?
I just put.
Oh no, pour the milk and cream into the bowl and stir it a little bit. But if you did it like that, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
If
Well,
you already did it, it'll be fine.
I already did it. I was too fascinated by. Oh, I heard about this.
Oh my gosh. It is so good. It's so good that I already ate a whole pint of it this week.
So what's it?
I don't do very often. It's kind of like an outer space fruit, and it's very tart. If you can imagine, it's like if you could have like nerds, if you put all the nerds in your mouth at once,
Yeah.
they kind of taste like that.
Nice.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to whisk this.
So smooth. Chunky, you can always put it through a strainer.
Okay.
And chunky is the worst word, I think. There are 2 words in ice cream, 3 words in ice cream that I don't like. Chunky, fudge, and buttery.
Fudge? You don't like fudge?
I mean, I like eating chocolate sauce, but I don't know why. I just don't like the word fudge.
Is it because it's quite like a. Okay, I
Right.
think it comes.
I think you're doing great for just the first time you ever did this, and for being like as far away as we are. This is great.
This is the first time I've done this recipe. I got given an ice cream maker for my birthday, and I did kind of like the first cooking story was me following an ice cream recipe, and like I was sure that ice cream, like I was told on every single website that ice cream doesn't have to be that hard. And I was like, great, I have this amazing ice cream maker, fantastic. So I'm following this recipe and I've now got lots of people watching. And then I realized halfway through, I keep on saying like, why is this so hard? I'm like doing eggs and I've got pots on different goes. And then back to the recipe at the end and it's like a Michelin star ice cream recipe. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
that is why. So this is definitely probably, even though
Because I always wanted to go to the ice cream shop where they could scoop it You know what I mean? Because my grandmother's would get like a little bit icy, or it just wasn't like, it wasn't like going to an ice cream shop and getting like a scoop of ice cream.
Right.
And so that was what I was trying to do with this recipe, is make something that you could scoop. And like, if you have kids in your life, like, you know, you can create flavors with them. And it's like, I don't know, it's just more fun than like the homemade ice cream, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, of course, like ice cream is all beautiful and delicious and lovely, but that was what I was kind of going for.
So I guess that's part of maybe the reason. So when I've made mine on the day, the following day, once I put it in the freezer, it's all like a bit crunchy and it doesn't scoop as well.
Yep, that's exactly. Okay, so this one is actually going to be better after it freezes hard. I mean, you might have to temper it a little bit on the counter so you can get the scoop in, but that's like what it's for, is to roll it up into a ball like in a scooper and serve it that way. So you can milk into that. We've got every ingredient added, right? The salt was in the cream cheese.
Yeah.
We've got our maple, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're good.
Yeah.
So then what I like, so then you can put your your ginger in.
And when do I put the cornstarch milky thingy in?
Oh yes, that's what we need. I knew it. I knew we were forgetting. So, and how fluid is that? Can you pour it?
Yeah.
Okay, so get your
Did it not be like that?
No, you should. Yeah. So now go stand over your ice cream base and kind of pour it in the middle slowly while you're stirring. So kind of stir the bottom, because otherwise it'll fall to the bottom of the pan. So kind of, in the pan.
Oh, I see.
Cornstarch gets a bad rap because a lot of times it ends up really starchy. But actually, if you bring it to a boil, it doesn't work unless it comes to a boil. So it'll be really starchy if you don't bring it to a boil. So you got to bring it to a boil, see the bubbles. It'll start to thicken a little bit, and then you can turn it off. Okay. So it's literally like a 30-second on like medium, not medium high right now because the cornstarch actually will burn. So go on like medium. Okay, and just keep on stirring until it's stir. Yeah, you keep stirring it now. Now you have to keep stirring it.
Okay, fantastic.
And we're almost done. So this is really the last step. We're going to put ginger in then after this comes to a boil, and then you're going to cool it down. Ziploc bag, take all the air out, and then submerge it in an ice bath, because it's the fastest way to cool it down. And it is it's like, you know, from a food safety perspective, it is the best way to do it because it's so fast. And it also, then it'll be ready to make in like 20 minutes if you want to like make it right away.
Right.
But you can also wait, you can leave it in your refrigerator like for a day or two.
Oh.
If you want to, so that's great. And I will say also, I meant to say this before, this ice cream has a shelf life, so you'll be able to like you know, I would really add the rum before you put it in the ice cream machine.
Okay.
So we don't need to add it until you're ready to freeze it, until it's cool. But thank you. Somebody brought up the rum. Like this is like, you know, we're gonna forget all of them. But no, we've got the ginger, we've got the rum, we've got the maple, cream cheese, salt.
Whoop! Sorry, Billy. You have to mind out of the way. I'm making ice cream.
Who's Billy?
Billy is my dog.
Oh, what kind of a dog?
I've got both dogs in the kitchen right now. Whenever I'm cooking, they know that things might fall.
Yes.
They just come and sit and sleep on my feet.
Oh my gosh. What kind are they?
So Billy is a Staffy. She's a Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Oh.
an old dude, but he's still getting by. He's still in the kitchen waiting for scraps. And then Billy is 9 months old.
Oh, a little guy.
Yeah,
Girl.
We got her at the beginning of lockdown, and
Oh.
you know what we were saying earlier about like you got to find the little things that give you joy. She just brought us so much joy.
I feel like my puppies are like that too. I mean, I have a pug and a mutt, and Joey and Pug. The pug is actually named Pug.
Yeah.
And you know, just having that like warm, loving being, you know, by you to sit with you. I don't know. There's an energy that just
Yeah, I can feel it boiling on the bottom.
okay. You seeing bubbles at the top at all?
Should I turn it up a bit?
Yeah, maybe just a touch.
Yeah. But it's definitely got a little bit thicker.
Oh, good. Yeah, it should be thickening up a little bit.
There we go. Oh my God, it smells so good.
Oh, I can only imagine. I mean, vanilla, but it smells like vanilla. It's an ingredient that we can't use here in America, but I love it.
This is me of the stage when you use the egg yolks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Is that the same kind of thing?
Yeah. So so cornstarch is just giving it like a little extra. It's just making it a little bit thicker, but really just holding on to that any extra water that we need in there to be tied up with something.
Right. Okay.
Everybody's saying their animal names. I love that.
What are some?
I saw a tortoise named Turbo.
Oh.
Pug named Uncle Jesse. Oh my gosh, Uncle Jesse. So you can put the ginger in. That's gonna blow up too in terms of scent in your kitchen.
Okay. Should I turn the heat off or no?
Yep, you're done with that now.
Great. Okay. So stir in.
And now here we go. This is all by you know, taste. So if it's too light, we'll adjust it for next time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So then we just need to cool it down, and that's your ice cream base. And it will it'll sort of continue to thicken a little bit, and those molecules will continue to come together as it cools.
Okay. Amazing. Oh my God. I mean, it kind of. Oh, I want to put it on my face, but I won't.
Oh, it is. I mean, it's a good facial.
Yeah, I would. I totally would.
Right?
That looks amazing. Okay, so I just let that be.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Somebody said Florence in the ice cream machine. Yes, you strain out the ginger. Yep. Strain out the ginger.
Okay. All right.
And yeah.
Is that all the amount of time that the ginger needs to be in there?
You can leave it in all the way until you freeze it. You can.
Okay,
You don't have to strain out yet.
I think I might do that.
I would leave it in. Yeah. but before you put it in the machine.
Oh, I see, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Oh my God, can you imagine biting into that? That'd be horrible. You'd lose a tooth.
Oh my gosh, especially after it's frozen.
Do I get to, once it's cooled down, lick the spatula?
Oh yeah, see what you think about that. Up to a half of a cup, that's going to be kind of a lot. That's great. But you might not, it may not freeze all the way. So I would start with a fourth of a cup and then go like a tablespoon more. Yeah, fourth of a cup plus a tablespoon or something maybe.
So obviously, guys, we can't, we have to let that cool, and that's going to take a while. And then we would just be on ginger out. Pop it
Well,
in
you can actually do that now. If you have a big freezer bag,
Right.
you can put it in there now, submerge in an ice bath, like get all the air out.
Yeah. Okay.
And then it'll be about 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
So it's completely cool. And you can also leave it in overnight. Cool it and then put it in the refrigerator.
Yes. Should I leave the ginger in the refrigerator, or take it out before I put it in there? What do you?
I would taste it. Give it a taste. And if it feels pretty light, you can just leave it in.
Okay. And I also have a question. These pecans, because, yeah.
Now I'm hungry. Get my stuff. I'll get my snack.
These pecans, how do I keep them? If I put them in too early, will they go soggy, or will they always be crunchy?
They will be crunchy because you're making it and you're going to eat it within, a week, right? They get soggy when they sit there for too long, but it's usually more than a week. But what will happen is that pretty quickly, within hours to a day, you'll start to get some of the sugar, the caramelized sugar around them melting into like little pockets of caramel. So that's a good thing. That'll be good.
All right. And would you chop them up a bit so that they're not? Oh no.
It's up to you. I mean, so like it's kind of nice to get like a big burst of the pecan, and then other bites not having one. But if you wanted it in every bite, then I would chop them up. This is like the fun of being an ice cream maker. I mean, do you go giant chips, or do you do like small ones, or like it all depends on like what you want each spoonful to be. If you want it to be a little different every time, or and the same is true of ginger. So you could do just enough ginger so that it's like every second or third bite, or you could do it so that it's in every single bite.
I mean, as I was saying to you yesterday, I really need a reason. Well, I don't need a reason at all to tuck into ice cream, but I really need a reason to try and reach the bottom. And I'm always so like, oh, they did it again. Like, especially Ben and Jerry's, where they place that cookie dough one layer in at a time, and then before you know it, it's gone.
You're at the bottom.
You're at the bottom. There's no.
I know.
Very clever.
Everybody's doing midsummer puns for the flavor. Oh, we haven't come up with a name, so if anybody thinks about names, just keep them coming.
I'm quite excited.
Mid-rummer. Yes, that's what it was. Maple mid-rummer.
That's a funny one. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys the ice cream just one more time before I leave. Oh, I shouldn't use that because, well, there you go.
I'm so excited that it's so smooth. Sometimes maple can get a little bit bumpy, but this is great. And
it smells
so good.
So good. Well, I'm going to let that cool.
Okay. So when you freeze it, put it in a container.
Okay.
Put some wax paper on top if you can. If you have any parchment, something like that, not plastic wrap, because plastic wrap you can get in the folds and then you don't see it when you pull it out, and sometimes you get plastics left in there. So cover it and then put it in the coldest part of your freezer for like 3 or 4 hours. Obviously, eat everything that's like in the bowl of the ice cream machine and all of that stuff. But freeze it and then bring it out and you know, when it's a little bit harder and ready to scoop.
Crazy. Thank you so much.
I cannot wait to see what it looks like.
I'm going to keep everybody else posted on Insta stories when it's cooled down and I put it in the ice bath, and then I'm going to pop it in the ice cream maker after it's cooled down completely. And then I'll start throwing in all the pecans, and all of you can tell me if I've done too much or too little, and all of the above and below. But thank you so much, Jenny, for joining me today. I've actually learned how to make proper ice cream, even though I made lots of wonderful mistakes.
It's going to be the best ice cream you've ever had.
And it's not
oh, don't forget the rum.
I want rum before it goes into the ice cream machine.
Yep.
And I'll start with a quarter. And then
cup. Yeah, that should be enough. You're going to be tempted to do more, but it should be enough because otherwise it won't freeze.
Oh, I see. And then it'll go.
Maybe just like another tablespoon if you need to.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of.
And then I will work out a recipe and post it on. Yeah. I'll post it and then I'll tag you and we'll get it out there.
Fantastic. And then I'll share it too. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you all so much. Thank you. Have fun.
Thank you, Jenny. I
can't wait till you taste the actual finished ice cream.
Me too. I'll send you pictures.
Yay. Bye, guys. Yeah. Have a great night.
And my wonderful friend has just said, do not forget to vote. Registering is one part of it. It's an amazing step, and well done for doing that if you weren't considering it before. But
thank you so much for what you've done, and everybody for going and registering and all of the things.
Yes, thank you so much. There's a good bit more of work to do, but thank you for registering, and I look forward to continuing the conversation.
Yay.
Bye.
All right, bye, guys.
Why end this? Oh, end.
There we go.